Yo, and today we're going up against the Washington Wizards. So we got one more game before we play. That's the Magics. So by the time tonight hit, we should be playing in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm going up against the Washington Wizards. Hopefully y'all enjoy. Hold on, let me set the jerseys right quick. I like those. Those are fire.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starting to lock in. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Detroit Pistons. This Detroit group has been getting things done. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Well, the Pistons took a big risk by giving all that power to Sam Van Gundy. But right now, he has Detroit on the right path. Shaq, any words for your former coach?
I don't know what to play on PS4 right now, though. I've been sticking with Xbox, man. Oh my god. I don't know what games to pick.
But now they have a coach that fits the city's mentality of hard work and
I might just use the PS4 controller for
they cleaned out a lot.
Call of Duty Mobile or 2K, 2K, every 2K.
Have you got a good Stan Van Gundy impersonation?
No, because I can't yell. I got bowled in the throat one time by Rick Fox. That's what my voice sounded like this whole time. I can't yell. Watch.
Oh, when you close your eyes, it's almost like hearing Stan Van Gundy.
Oh, wow. That's great.
That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, last game, man. Hopefully we can make it all the way to the fourth quarter, man. Hopefully we can make it to the fourth quarter for real, man. Hopefully I got enough battery life for it. 77 and 3. It might be 78 and 3 now.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. For the Detroit Pistons, they're coming off a good outing against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating.
Police Navidad.
They completely dominated the pace.
Police Navidad.
They scored at will, and it was on the
Wanna
road.
wish you a Merry Christmas. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
And looking at tonight's matchup, Doris, of course, one thing that both of these teams were watching here, they share in common, is being very athletic.
They do, and I think that's one thing that distinguishes the NBA from the college game. Is most teams in the NBA on any given play, so every trip down the floor, you're capable of watching something spectacular. Where that might come on a far lesser percentage in college.
So look at the starters for the Wizards. Wall and Beal, the incredible backcourt tandem. Cortani's out there with Anthony Bennett, and it's Porter at small forward.
Boy, spotted his teammate on the move, but the assist perfectly placed out in front of him, leading him right to the rack.
Rushing in with the ball, following the bucket by the Pistons. And Wall kicks to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Porter's got his first points of the night.
Oh, when Porter gets that kind of room to operate inside, he's extremely dangerous.
Young against Beal. Shot from 16. Shot's good from Young. First quarter, just over a minute played. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Clifford. David, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he didn't outright say he was satisfied with his defense, but he did say that offense was important tonight. He told me numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good movement, good looks, and making some shots. That's our focus. So if they can make that happen tonight, getting back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. So they'll be focusing first and foremost on their offense today, guys.
Yeah, but that's the plan. I'm sure they're not going to ignore their duties at the defensive end, but getting their offense rolling has to be a main concern.
And ball moving. Get into a flow and then let your shots come off of that and settle into the game.
And here's Wall, following the three-pointer by Justice Young. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, they're rolling 80% shooting out of the gate.
Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Wall against Harris. Wall wide open. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Pistons have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And Drummond with the jam.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Wall kicks the corner. Back to Wall. Dishes it to Beal. Off the run. Rebound by the Pistons.
If you're going to scream for your man, scream like you mean it. You know, I think with the injuries that Bradley Beal has had to deal with in his career, it has taken a toll on his development. He's never played a full season in the NBA, and it's pretty hard to maximize your game when you're always fighting back from injury.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wizards trail by 9. Outside, Wall. Three-pointer. Wall missing again. Pistons have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Kicks to Harris. This one for 3. Gort's out with the rebound. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
Drummond with the screen on Wall. A 3 from Morris. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. And now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
Rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
You know, the momentum has shifted away from them, and now they need a strategy to recapture it.
The Pistons, an entirely new group now out there, and a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahinmi's checked in for Bennett. Thornton comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Beal, and Trey Burke subbed in for John Wall. .104 left here in the first quarter. Here's Burke. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Pistons passing it around. Jackson has the open look. Yes, it is good. The assist from Harris.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Burke kicks to Lin. To shoot. With the shot. Bank shot. No good. Pistons leading by 12. Johnson kicks to Harris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Left side, Lin. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. the inbound pass. The shot comes out. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Pistons lead by 14. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a comfortable margin for the Pistons here, guys.
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Well, the flow of this offense seems effortless. It's like second nature to these guys, and that's why the assists are piling up.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, Ish Smith is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
We all remember Lin's sanity, don't we, Kevin, a few years ago? Jeremy Lin is indeed the NBA's first American player of Chinese or Taiwanese descent. He's had to overcome his share of skeptics who thought he didn't look the part of an NBA player. In fact, the first day he reported to Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte, he had a hard time convincing the security guard to let him in. Kevin, I guess you could say he's broken the mold.
And broken new ground, too, D.A. Thanks. Here's Johnson, following the bucket by the Wizards. And, certainly the culture of the NBA and basketball has seen some shifts over the last couple decades. Worse, when you look at the game today, how do you think it's changed? And where do you think it's going?
But I think from a strategy standpoint, the biggest change in the NBA culture is that it's going smaller and faster. It's trending toward positionless players where guys can shift among 3-4 positions at a time. And then the other part of the neat thing is, in this day and age of social media, from the off-the-court stuff, we're starting to see these guys become fashion icons.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Not trying to take away any of your options.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Once you get out of rhythm, it's difficult to recapture it. Now they've got to figure some things out.
Checked in for the Pistons. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Burke.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And Wall kicks to Mahinmi. Outside Beal. The outside leaner. And he connects with the jumper. Beal's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, just like any true shooter, Bradley Beal not worried about the defender at all.
And Young kicks to Harris. Now in the scoring column with that piece. Well, you go around the league and talk to players, and a lot of them are in close touch with Prez. Surprising to see such a well-connected young player.
It began with his time, I believe, playing for USA, and he's kept those relationships intact during his NBA career. Prez knows the value of reaching out to others and really just picking their brain.
Here's Harris, following the basket by John Wall. Harris passes to Drummond. Down low. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Drummond.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lynn kicks to Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
That is what we mean by the fast twitch athlete. John Wall explodes to the rack.
And last season, John Wall said he felt that he is a top 3 point guard in the NBA. While he certainly is up there, that is a pretty bold statement to make. So that being said, Doris, where do you feel he falls?
Well, you know, this is an interesting time in the NBA. Some call it the golden age of point guards. And most will agree he is a top 6 or 7 point guard and has some areas he can improve on. And with how his career arc is trending, I would say he's very close to being a top 3 point guard in the league, just not quite there yet.
Shots good from Young.
We're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wizards trail by 19. Inside, Wall, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
So, for the Pistons, Marcus Morris is checked in for Lure, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and a switcher also for Washington. Gortat's checked in for Jeremy Lin.
Now, he's only 6'4" in height, but 6'9" in wingspan. Wall has elite size and speed at the point guard position.
Now, here is Young. He's got 9. Drummond dishes to Young. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Wall.
Ill-advised shot there.
You know, I really expected him to swing that one back around.
And it's Beal in the corner. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
Just stretching out to finish past the defender. Porter scores inside and out.
Harris passes to Morris. Shot from 12. Shots good from Young. Young's got 4 this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Wall kicks to Mahinmi. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Wizards looking to build a new practice facility south of the Verizon Center on the grounds of the former St. Elizabeth's Hospital. Doors expected to be completed in 2018.
And Kevin, this is a project that will include housing and retail space, a 5,000-seat arena for the women's basketball team. Nice to see some development in a neighborhood, Ward 8, that could use the extra tax dollars.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Harris comes in for Young. And Levins is subbed in for Harris. Marcus Thornton, who's checked in for Washington. Burke comes in for John Wall. Mahinmi hits them both. Pistons leading by 14. Feeds to Levins. There's the lob to Jackson. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Levins kicks to Harris. Count it, good. Harris has got 9 points.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Beal. A 23-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Pistons ahead. They lead by 18. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach.
Keep it up, guys. Give some good momentum. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels. And now they're playing like they're desperate. Do not let up, gentlemen. Play with the same enthusiasm. Let's get this W.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Justice Young in this game, he's been everywhere.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
You know, I'm not sure the defense respected that as part of his arsenal. They weren't looking for him to make plays, and it burned them.
Taking a look at the Wizards. The always dangerous Wall and Beal in the backcourt. Porter is out there with Bennett, and it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it.
You know, think about how lucky I've been. Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they each help you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
As you go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to attack broadcasting from, right? Because the point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor, and then coaching, sure, you know, the whole...
Hell no. Hell no.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg?
Nah, really? Don't even know what to play, bro. Heck nah, bro. Yeah.
Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Goes off that lane without
No, everybody dunking. You got Drummond dunking. You got Drummond, and you got Justice Young dunking. Like, no. Yeah, dunking, like, going crazy on fast breaks. Oh, that's Samuel Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is Justice Young, the character.
And Washington making a change here. Men's check in. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pistons.
Hey guys, this is why depth is so important. On a night where Prez and Justice haven't had the usual juice that we are kind of accustomed to, the rest of the team has been carrying them thus far. It is so valuable to have that sort of depth where your top 2 guys can be having an off game and yet you're still in a great position to win.
Morris, left side, shot from the wing. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it, and it's Wall in the corner. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Lure, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Morris. For Detroit, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Outside, Lynn tipped away. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And he drops it in from the low post. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's doing everything he can to help stretch his lead. He's working hard, converting at a high percentage of them. Nice.
There's a screen by Gortat. Porter in the corner. And again, Washington no good.
They were hoping for a fast start. Instead, they're 0 for 4.
Young dishes to Lillard.
It's okay. It's okay. You gotta make the
Great
next one.
possession with an even better shot.
Yeah,
Disappointing it doesn't go.
Harris against Wall. Launches it. And Anthony Bennett picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
If he consistently makes that three-point shot, John Wall's game to me is MVP caliber.
A different look here for Detroit. Stanley Johnson comes in for Young, and it's Ish Smith in for Harris. And then for Washington, Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. Thornton comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and Trey Burke subbed in for John Wall.
You good. You good. You made your shot.
Johnson
You made your
pass to
shot.
Drummond. Lets it go from 11, off the left rim and out.
He should have made that, guys. The defense was okay, but he had no excuse not to finish.
Here's Bennett. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, so many players can change a game with their physical attributes. And Doris, there are some who can really do it with their vision, with their decision making. Who do you think has stood out in your mind from that basketball IQ perspective?
You know, I think 3 come to mind immediately for me. LeBron James would be at the top of that list. You know, a guy who has shown over the course of his career he can play 5 positions.
I'd rather get on Xbox.
Is arguably
Can't
the
get on
best,
Xbox
or
no more.
absolutely in the discussion as the best passer in the league. I think everybody looks at LeBron's frame and thinks simply, he's just a monster. The combination of size and speed, it goes well beyond that. LeBron's IQ is as good as maybe there's ever been. The next guy on that list would be Chris Paul. I mean, he's been considered widely the best point guard in the league for a long time. He's the master picking defenses apart with the ball in his hand. And then the other guy is Tony Parker. I know the system that the Spurs have employed is outstanding, but when you think about the engine, the amount of distance required, and all the reads Tony Parker's been forced to make when the ball's in his hands, I think those 3 guys really jump out at me.
So true. Those 3 are just outstanding. Let's add 2-time MVP Steph Curry as well.
No doubt.
Lynn's shot is off, and it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. There's the pass to Smith. Harris outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 6 to shoot. Here's Caldwell Pope. Busts the day after the KG pass fake.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Not the strongest play defensively, though. I mean, he was taken out by that screen far too easily.
Now, here's Burke, covered by Smith. Lets it go. The Wizards with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Burke kicks to Lynn. 29 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Bennett. And another miss by Washington. The Pistons have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Smith outside. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Jumper off the screen. Second chance effort. And it's laid up and in by Harris. Harris has got 11.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
I mean, easily prevented points if they just attacked the boards the way they should have.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pistons ahead, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Washington shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. They've got Tobias Harris, Reggie Jackson out there with Levin. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Johnson in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Jackson, offensive rebound, and that one's good. Levin's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pistons. And Thornton kicks to Black. Now, here's Burke, guarded closely to the inside. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And a moment now to discuss injuries, something, Doris, that all teams have to deal with, the most players as well from time to time. Let's get your take on what's the key to staying healthy.
Well, I think obviously most professional athletes realize that they have a limited window with which to make money with their body. And so if you are smart from the time you enter the league going all the way through your career, you're doing the right things. You're getting the proper rest. You're paying attention to nutrition. You're getting massages. You're going to the chiropractor. You're taking all kinds of both proactive and preventative steps to stay healthy. From a league perspective, this is obviously crucial because they know that the players are their most important commodity. And so you're starting to see individual teams and organizations track the movements of their players, both in practice and in games. That kind of data is critical because if you see somebody wearing down, if the data is in fact telling you, okay, Dwayne Wade has run far too much in the last week, let's dial back practice. Let's sit him one game. I think the key is just continue to use data and continue to use what we now know and what we will know in the future to try to protect guys.
Oubre kicks to Burke. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Oubre to the wing right side. Satoransky. Not really his range, and it's off target. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Levins kicks to Johnson. Pass to Marjanovic. Over to the wing. Here's Levins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Levins got 4 points this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Burke kicks to Satoransky. To the middle. To the right side. Black dishes to Burke. Shot off the pick. And he drops that one in.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Pass to Marjanovic. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Oh, strong move to the hole. Really used his height and reach to just drop it in over the smaller man.
With the new TV deal, Doris, one of the good things in the NBA's future. Is this the golden era of the NBA?
I think that this is the golden era, but it's the golden era because of the level of stars that we have. You have LeBron James, a once-in-a-generation player. Steph Curry redefining the very definition of a good shot. I do not like the criticism that these players have been under of late. I know I did not play in the old NBA, Kevin, but to me we need to celebrate the game as it's presently composed. And that's, to me, the special part.
Here's Burke. Tries again. Black, no good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, he has the innate ability to change shots. What a competitor.
And the basket by Harris.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
Yeah, and it's because they're moving sharply, getting good shots, big advantage in field goal percentage.
Shoots from the high post. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Young pass to Harris. Back to Young. From deep. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Poke loose. And here we go. Levens heading to the hoop. And Levens throws it down.
And the big league becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find an area that's been a weak spot for them. Across the board, this has been a dynamic performance.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
But just the rise and fire, he takes advantage of his size to come into the mid-range and make the jumper.
And it's checked in for Washington. Thornton comes in for Satoransky.
One shot.
And that one misses. Well, with teams making their playoff push, you know, parity between the teams is the biggest goal of all the leagues. The NBA more than tripling revenue share. The little guys are in much better position now than they were a few years ago, maybe even more competitive now than they were a couple years ago.
That would have been like investing in Kevin Harlan's stock 20 years ago. I
You'd be on the streets. You'd be in trouble.
I do think as a professional organization, and this is where the NFL has mastered things, right? Everybody should have an opportunity to win your championship, and I think that's the beauty of the NBA. Every decision they make is trying to line up the ducks so that everybody is equally positioned to have a chance to win.
It can't be done overnight,
No.
and it really is a reflection maybe more on the front office than on the play of the court. That's who you've got on your team.
Kevin, I'm a big believer in this. Not only should we show the head coach's record, let's show the GM's record.
I like that. Now, here's Burke, guarded by Harris. Puts it up from 12. Burke can't get it to go. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 19-5 run. Harris gets to Harris. Young outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
They're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
And that's the thing. When you fought all game, expended all your energy, you want to do everything you can to come away with the W.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.
That was a hard-fought game out there. What do I always say? We can always do better.
There he is. What's up with you, man?
Hey, Prez.
Looking pretty good? Feeling good? Alright. Hey, Jess, you look like you're ready to play another game, man.
Yeah, doubleheader in baseball? That sounds legit.
I just don't know how you keep all the energy up, man. You were doing everything out there tonight. Assists, steals, shots, defense. I mean, how do you
get tired? I don't. I told you. I don't get tired.
That's why I like you, man. Just that's why I respect you, man. I look up to you because you just have this, I don't know what it is. Xavier! Keep going, Perez. Keep going.
keep going. Justice Young crazy, bro. I tell you that. Bro.
Good game today, guys. Can you speak to the transition to the NBA and how you feel about it?
Yeah, well, I only spent 1 year in college, but man, I love the NBA. I feel like it's a great showcase for me to show off all my full range of skills. And the more I settle in, the more I feel like I'm going to be able to have performances like the one I had tonight.
Yeah, I can feel myself getting more confident every week. My confidence is at an all-time high right now. And, sky's the limit where I think I can go.
Baby, would you come my way? I just wanna go to the city. 1738. Hey, going here super low. Such a pretty when you coming through the door. I just wanna chill, got us a roll. Married to the light until to such a nice door.
Hey, baby. It's the end of the season today, but I was just calling because today would be your dad's birthday. I know you miss him, and I do too, so if you have time to talk today, just give me a call back. I'm around. And congratulations on finishing your first NBA season. I can't wait to see what's next for you.
Alright, bet. So we got one more video to do. One more freaking video to do, man. Then we'll be in the playoffs. And that's against the Orlando Magic. I don't know if I got enough battery life for it, so we're gonna probably do it on probably gonna do it on the other phone. But yeah, man. If y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Trying to post like every day, every week whenever I have free time. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned for the 2K20 though. And the 2K22, 2K23, all of the 2Ks basically. The ones I gotta do is 2K22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So I still got a little bit more work to do. So once I get done with those, I gotta go to Xbox Series S and work on NCAA 25 and 26. And then go from there, because I know on NCAA 26 and 25 you gotta complete all the missions and objectives and all that all the way to you're a senior. So stay tuned for all those videos. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next